Good, good morning. As per commitment, I think we're starting this meeting at 11:30. Thanks all of you for coming in. May I request Isaac Rajkumar, Vice President of ICIA, to come forward and felicitate Sri Kishan Reddy Garu here. Bipin, please felicitate Sri Ashwini Vaishnaw. Requesting the media and photographers to move to your stations, please. Bipin.
Namaste and good morning, everybody. Today is an excellent opportunity for us because we have two union ministers who are with us and have taken time to spend time with all of us to understand how the IT ecosystem is there in Hyderabad. And the two people who've been rigorously and very diligently working for the progress of our nation. Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Union Minister for Railways, Information Broadcasting, Electronics and IT. And also, sir, we really want to kind of, we're quite excited with the way you define the four pillars for role of technology with Viksit Bharat 2047. You have spoken with four pillars of infrastructure, inclusion, innovation, and simplification, sir. So from a Hyderabad ecosystem point of view, sir, we can clearly share with you that when it comes to infrastructure as a city, as a state, we are in a pretty good shape. When it comes to inclusion again, sir, from a HICIA point of view, we've been doing a lot of interventions for the development of the students and the faculty. In fact, very recently we concluded a program called as Drona. Drona is where we actually kind of empower the faculty members, and we had almost 200 plus faculty members who went through almost a 9-month rigorous program of understanding what AI means. And our thought process is that if we empower the faculty members, they will in turn translate the huge multiplier effect, sir. And in terms of the innovation as well, from a HICIA point of view, we kicked off a industry academia conversations where we said from lab to market program. We've been having constant interactions with the B.S. Murthy from IIT Hyderabad, with the Mohan Reddy from Scient, from Sandeep Sangal and PJN from IIT, IIT Hyderabad, and various other institutions as to how we can work closely as industry and academia and therefore be able to bring together more and more deep tech innovations and also able to help our institutions which are doing great research to bring it to the fore and therefore make it more marketization and more of capitalization from the industry research point of view, sir. So we're extremely happy to have you over here. And of course, Sri Kishan Reddy Garu is also with us, Union Minister for Coal and Mines, and somebody who's been championing the cause of Hyderabad for last many decades, and a very dear friend of the IT industry as well. We had the honor and the privilege of hosting Kishan Reddy Garu during our annual summit. Again, sir, we deeply respect and we deeply cherish the friendship that you have towards IT industry and the city, sir, and we hope to continue and be able to collaboratively work from HICIA point of view with the union government and the state government so that we're able to be part of not just the thought process, but be part of building towards the Viksit Bharat 2047 vision of our Honorable Prime Minister and our Minister. May I now request Kishan Reddy Garu for you to address, and then we'll subsequently request Ashwini Vaishnaw ji. Please, sir. On behalf of Hyderabad, sir, thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you. I'm personally giving you 3 bullet trails on behalf of
सर ऐसे तो एक और शॉल दे देंगे ना सर, आप और 3 दे दीजिए ना.
Good morning, one and all. Honorable Union Minister for Electronics,
and Information Broadcasting and Railways, respected Sri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, and Bharatiya Janata Party State President Sri N. Ramchandra Rao garu, and number of Parliament members, our Chevella Honorable Member of Parliament Konda Vishweshwar Reddy garu, and other MLAs and MPs, and all the respected CEOs, innovators, entrepreneurs, startups, industry leaders, and last but friends from media. Warm greetings to one and all. अश्विनी जी, हैदराबाद में आपका मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। हम सबको मालूम है अश्विनी जी सभी इस बात से सहमत होंगे, हैदराबाद आपके तीनों मंत्रालय से बहुत डीपली जुड़ा हुआ है। हैदराबाद विकसित में आपका तीनों मिनिस्ट्री का बहुत बड़ा योगदान हैदराबाद में है। सेमीकंडक्टर डिजाइन से लेकर ये देश का सबसे बड़े सेंटर में से हैदराबाद एक है। दुनिया के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी को बिल्ड और डिप्लॉय किया जाता है। दुनिया के सबसे बड़े एडवांस्ड रेलवे सेफ्टी सिस्टम कवच रिसर्च एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का जो तेलंगाना में पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के नाते हैदराबाद में आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे, इसलिए मैं पूरे साउथ सेंट्रल रेलवे के तरफ से तेलंगाना के जनता की ओर से मैं कवच सेंटर का जो सेफ्टी के लिए जो तेलंगाना में आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे उसके लिए भी मैं हृदय से आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं। वैसा ही तेलुगु सीन इंडस्ट्री which is one of the bahubalis of global film industries, आज advanced and VFX एनिमेशन के लिए भी और आई टेक्नोलॉजी फिल्म मेकिंग के माध्यम से ही भारत की क्रिएटिव इकोनॉमी को नेक्स्ट लेवल पर ले जाने के लिए जो आपके नेतृत्व में और देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन पर देश में जो काम हो रहे उसके लिए भी मैं हैदराबाद की ओर से आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। मीडिया टेक्नोलॉजीज वेव्स मुंबई के बाद हैदराबाद ही सबसे बड़ा आपके क्रिएटिविटी के कारण, आपका इनिशिएटिव के कारण हैदराबाद बहुत बड़ा लाभ होगा। इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हैदराबाद आपके लिए किसी अपने शहर के कम नहीं है। हैदराबाद हर सेक्टर में, हर एंगल पर आपके मिनिस्ट्रीज के द्वारा, केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन में हैदराबाद भी हम आने वाले दिन में बहुत विकसित होंगे, ये मेरा विश्वास के साथ आपको मैं बताना चाहता हूं। अश्विनी जी, प्रधानमंत्री जी के टेक्नोलॉजिकल आत्मनिर्भर भारत के विजन को जमीन पर उतारने का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका आप निभा रहे हैं। आपके नेतृत्व में हमने भारत को टेक्नोलॉजी कंज्यूमर से सॉवरेन टेक्नोलॉजी पावर बनाने के दिशा में तेजी से हम आगे बढ़ रही हैं और इस पूरे सफर में हैदराबाद ने भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल हम जरूर भागीदार हो जाएंगे। टेक्नोलॉजी इज वन ऑफ द हार्ट ऑफ विकसित भारत, बट आवर एम्बिशंस cannot be stopped at adopting technology. We must create it, manufacture it, secure it, and take it to entire globe. Over the last decade, we have built the foundations for the transformation. Today, India is one of the world's strongest digital public infrastructure system. Our Aadhaar and UPI revolution that were built at a population scale are well known, with a transaction value of the 314 lakh crores. UPI is today one of the world's longest digital transactional financial system. We are now building digital public infrastructure across the different sectors as a health stock, agri stock, energy stock, and telecom stock. In fact, India's Swadeshi 4G and 5G telecom stock is being exported worldwide today. We rolled out 5G faster than any other country. We offer one of the world's cheapest data prices, connecting the remotest part of the villages in every village. This is helping unlock talent and potential of our youth. These provide tremendous opportunities for local innovators to come in India creative value. I urge all of the entrepreneurs, those who are present here, and all the CEOs and all the industry partners to participate in India's growth story at building DPIs at a population scale and for the world. India's mindset is also changed. We are moving from writing software for the world to building core technology for the world. Our exports of goods and services have crossed $800 billion, be it smartphones, engineering goods, pharmaceuticals, ties and digital services. Electronics manufacturing expanded into the rupees 12 lakh crores, 13 lakh crores, 13 lakh crore industry, reducing 100% mobile import dependency. We are building deep tech breakthroughs entirely domestically. Indian startup has developed the world's first fully 3D printed semi-cryogenic rocket engine. Our Hyderabad-based startup launched private satellite in the orbit. Many other startups are building in India, future India, artificial intelligence, health tech, space tech, agro-tech, defense tech. This was the futuristic vision that Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had when he started promoting startups culture in India at a national level. Through Startup India, ease of doing business, revolutionary dynamic reforms, faster approvals, collateral-free loans, a strong digital public infrastructure, and a stable policy environment and an ecosystem has been created where innovation can thrive. India is the world's third largest startup ecosystem after only the United States and China. We have more than 2 lakh DPITs, recognized startups, more than 125 unicorns, over 175 unicorns, and our startups have created over 23 lakh direct jobs. Alongside this, we have built a strong investment ecosystem, reforms in easy of doing business, simpler regulations, faster approvals, modern infrastructure, and stable, transparent policies have created confidence among the investors. Through historic FTAs with nations like UAE and Australia, we are ensuring that the wealth generated from global markets flows directly back into the accounts of Indian MSMEs, startups and workers. Friends, Hyderabad is at the heart of this journey, but I believe Hyderabad's next chapter is being written as we speak. Thanks to Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Railway Ministry, the reforms has reached Hyderabad. Our city will soon be home to 3 out of 7 high-speed rail elevated corridors. The connectivity to Hyderabad to Bangalore, Hyderabad to Pune, Hyderabad to Chennai, and 3 cities from Hyderabad to free movement of talent will further enhance these cities with 5 lakh crores of these bullet trains connectivity expenditure as a global technology cluster in the lines of the Bay Area and Silicon Valley in the United States. Even within Telangana, with the world standard development of 42 railway stations, introduction of 5 Vande Bharat trains and 6 Amrit Bharat trains, new railway lines, 100% railway lines electrification, talent can be stored seamlessly. मैं अश्विनी जी से मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। जो हैदराबाद सिकंदराबाद का रेलवे स्टेशन है, वो रेलवे स्टेशन आने वाले दिन में नेक्स्ट ईयर जो शमशाबाद एयरपोर्ट है उससे अच्छे रेलवे स्टेशन हमारा बनने वाला है। वैसा ही हमारा हार्ट ऑफ हैदराबाद नामपल्ली 350 crores विथ 350 crores वो रेलवे स्टेशन भी हम बहुत अच्छे आपके नेतृत्व में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का आशीर्वाद से हम बनाने वाले हैं। मित्रों, इन दी टैलेंट रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूशन, due to the all of this, Hyderabad is uniquely placed to lead India's next chapter, startups, global capability centers, innovation ecosystems to become India's capital and future technologies. The next chapter of Amrut Kal will be retained through stronger partnerships between government, industry, startups, academia and investors. मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, जो नेशनल साइंस सेंटर अभी फाउंडेशन हुआ है, इसके कारण आईटी कंपनीज, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, डिफेंस सेक्टर एंड फार्मा सेक्टर के लिए भी हैदराबाद साइंस सेंटर का बहुत बड़ा एक्टिविटी तारनाका में फाउंडेशन हुआ है। वो नेक्स्ट ईयर वो भी प्रारंभ होगा। और मेरा मानना है कि आप सब इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स के रूप में इस इंडिया के फ्यूचर्स के असली आर्किटेक्ट आप ही है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आज ये बातचीत की नए आइडियाज, नया पार्टनरशिप्स और नए अपॉर्चुनिस्ट को एक विश्वास के साथ आगे बढ़ने का मौका मिलेगा। जो अब सुबह भी चर्चा हुआ है, आज भी ऑल द इम्पोर्टेंट इस सेक्टर के जो स्टॉलवर्ड्स है सबके साथ चर्चा होगा। सिर्फ हैदराबाद के लिए नहीं है, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो उनका विजन है विकसित भारत 2047 की, हमारे यात्रा में भी ये सफल होगा। एक बार मैं फिर अश्विनी वैष्णव को तथा सभी आप सब लोगों को मैं हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं। और आज इस कार्यक्रम के लिए समय लेकर आप सब आज इस कार्यक्रम में आए हैं, मेरा ओर से आप सबको भी मैं हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं, क्योंकि आज हैदराबाद वन ऑफ द साउथ इंडिया में वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट सिटी है। जैसा आज सॉफ्टवेयर में, आईटी सेक्टर में जैसा बेंगलुरु था, हैदराबाद आज नोएडा, चेन्नई, पूना जैसा सिटीज में डेवलप हो रहे। आने वाले दिन में मैं आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं, जो सिटीज है, जो सेकंड ग्रेड सिटीज है, सेकंड टायर, 2 टायर सिटीज है, वरंगल हो, करीमनगर हो, ऐसा सिटीज में भी डेवलप करना चाहिए। क्योंकि हैदराबाद तो बहुत बड़ा, लाखों लोग इसमें काम कर रहे हैं, मगर देश भी डेवलप होना चाहिए। रूरल एरियाज में भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन होना चाहिए, कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ना चाहिए इसमें। इसीलिए 2 टायर सिटीज जो भी तेलंगाना में है, मैं आप सब लोगों से मैं अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं 2 टायर सिटीज में भी आने का प्रयास करना चाहिए। क्योंकि आज हमारा सामने, आपके सामने बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन। इसके लिए भी जितना हो सकते हैं हम मिलकर काम करना चाहिए। भारत के नौजवान को आईटी सेक्टर में बहुत बड़ा रोल, एआई सेक्टर में भी, आईटी सेक्टर में भी बहुत बड़ा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन हो रही है। आने वाले दिन में इसी दृष्टिकोण में आगे बढ़ना चाहिए। అందరికీ మరొకసారి ధన్యవాదాలు। ఈరోజు హైదరాబాద్ చాలా అభివృద్ధి చెందుతున్నటువంటి నగరము। హైదరాబాద్ను అన్ని రకాలుగా రాజకీయాలకు అతీతంగా ఈరోజు అభివృద్ధి చేసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది। నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి నాయకత్వంలో దేశం అన్ని రంగాలలో ముందుకెళ్తా ఉంది। అదృష్టం ఏంటంటే ఈరోజు గత 11 సంవత్సరాలుగా నేషనల్ హైవేస్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అద్భుతంగా తెలంగాణలో జరిగింది। 1,75,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు జాతీయ రహదారుల మీద కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఖర్చు పెట్టింది. ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1,00,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఈరోజు రైల్వేస్ మీద కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం గత 11 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఖర్చు పెట్టింది. ఒక 5 లక్షల కోట్లు ఈరోజు బుల్లెట్ ట్రైన్ కోసం ఈరోజు మన హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి బెంగళూరు, హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి చెన్నై, హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి పూనా కోసం 5 లక్షల కోట్ల రూపాయలు కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వము బుల్లెట్ ట్రైన్స్ కోసం ఖర్చు పెట్టబోతోంది. ఈరోజు తెలంగాణలో ఉన్నటువంటి 42 రైల్వే స్టేషన్స్ ఏకకాలంలో ఈరోజు రైల్వే స్టేషన్స్ అభివృద్ధి చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. చిన్న విషయం కాదు. ఒక రైల్వే స్టేషన్ రిపేరింగ్ కావాలంటే ఎంతో కష్టంగా ఉండేది. కానీ ఈరోజు సైమల్టేనియస్లీ తెలంగాణలో 42 రైల్వే స్టేషన్స్ నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి నాయకత్వంలో, అశ్వినిజీ నేతృత్వంలో ఈరోజు తెలంగాణలో రైల్వే స్టేషన్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అవుతాను. నేను ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పినట్టు ఒక సికింద్రాబాద్ రైల్వే స్టేషన్ 720 కోట్లతోటి శంషాబాద్ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్గా మారబోతా ఉంది. నాంపల్లి రైల్వే స్టేషన్ అద్భుతంగా నిర్మాణం కాబోతుంది. ఈరోజు మన పక్కన ఉన్నటువంటి హైటెక్ సిటీ, మా ఎంపీ గారు ఉన్నారు కొండ విశ్వేశ్వరరెడ్డి గారు, వారి కాన్స్టిట్యున్సీ హైటెక్ సిటీ రైల్వే స్టేషన్ అద్భుతంగా నిర్మాణం జరిగింది. వీలు చూసుకొని మీరు అందరూ విజిట్ చేయాలి. ఒకసారి పక్కకే ఉంది ఆ రైల్వే స్టేషన్, హైటెక్ సిటీ రైల్వే స్టేషన్. ఆ రకంగా దేశవ్యాప్తంగా నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి నాయకత్వంలో రైల్వేలో న్యూ టెక్నాలజీతో, న్యూ ఆపర్చునిటీస్తో ఒక విప్లవం తీసుకొస్తా ఉన్నారు. అందరం దీనికి సహకరించాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది. కాబట్టి రానున్న రోజుల్లో ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్తారు, అన్ని రంగాలలో కూడా రిఫార్మ్స్ రావాలి. ఐటీ సెక్టార్లో కూడా రిఫార్మ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. మామూలు రిఫార్మ్ కాదు, రిఫార్మ్స్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ అంటారు మన ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు, రిఫార్మ్స్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్. కాబట్టి అన్ని రంగాలలో మనం రిఫార్మ్స్ తీసుకురావాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఈజీ ఆఫ్ డూయింగ్ బిజినెస్ ఉండాలి. అందరికీ అన్ని రకాల అవకాశాలు రావాలి. మన భారతదేశము రానున్న రోజుల్లో మన యువత ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, ముఖ్యంగా ఈరోజు ఐటీ సెక్టార్లో ఉన్నటువంటి యువత ప్రపంచాన్ని శాసిస్తుంది. కాబట్టి అన్ని రంగాలలో కూడా మన యువత ఆ రోజు ప్రపంచాన్ని శాసించేటువంటి పరిస్థితి ఎంతో దూరంలో లేదు. ఈరోజు ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ డెస్టినేషన్ ఏదంటే ఈరోజు ఇండియా ఆ రకంగా మారింది. కాబట్టి ఆ దిశలో మనమందరం కలిసిమెలిసి ప్రయత్నం చేద్దామని చెప్పి నేను మీ అందరినీ కోరుకుంటూ మరొకసారి మనందరి తరఫున అశ్విని వైష్ణవ్ గారికి హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words and the inspirational conversation about the investments that the government of India is doing for Hyderabad and our state. Now I have the honor of requesting Shri Ashwini to share his thoughts and address all of us. Sir, please.
My senior colleague, Kishan Reddy Garuji, all the honorable MLAs, honorable MP Sahab, and very dear friends from the IT industry, thank you so much for inviting me here today. We had a very exciting round table. We fielded questions. It was like UPSC interview. Very tough questions. Your seniors, I can now, those of you who have your bosses sitting here, now I know how difficult your life is. I'll cover 5 topics. Topic number 1 will be about IT industry. So I'll start with the IT industry. I know all of us are going through some of the most transformative times. What we learnt in college or what we learnt during work is changing every day, every week, every quarter. AI has fundamentally transformed the way IT industry is structured. There is a significant growth in the capabilities of AI every week, and every new model brings new capabilities. How do we place ourselves in that scenario? As the IT industry, which has been serving the entire world for many decades now and made a very proud place for our young people. Once I remember in the Times Square, मैं हिंदी में बोलूँ इंग्लिश में? So once in न्यूयॉर्क में टाइम्स स्क्वायर में मैंने थोड़ा सा जोर से बोला, नमस्ते अंडी बाउनारा. Actually, 10-15 people looked at me. That is the power of our youth, which has gone to the entire world and actually created solutions for the entire world. Now, in the AI world, how do we create that power once again? We were discussing in the round table. What emerged is that our biggest strength is our trust that we have in the entire world. How is that trust placed? That trust comes from our capability to go in any company, any enterprise, any industry, understand that industry, find the problems, identify the solutions, and then deploy those solutions. I think the entire consensus in the roundtable was that we as IT industry must now pivot towards finding those good solutions where, like in the past, we were providing the solutions through software as a service. Now we must provide solutions through AI as a service. That solution provision has to be done by industry and academia together. Academia will also have to come together and train our people who are working in the industry currently, as well as the people who are coming out of the colleges now. Recently we worked with NASSCOM, and NASSCOM has created a very good course curriculum, which now we have given to the Ministry of Education and AICT, so that the people who are the students who are there in the colleges, they can get the latest exposure to the AI world, which they have to see after coming out of the college. That way we can keep increasing our growth and develop our industry, the IT industry, in a totally new form. And that is the pivot which we will have to actively take. It will require a lot of hard work from the industry. It will require a lot of hard work from the universities and colleges, and from the government side we'll support in every which way that we can support. Definitely it is a journey that we will have to do together. The second point I want to cover today is about the new opportunities which are related to this field. IT industry is very closely related to the semiconductor industry. All of us know that India wanted to develop a semiconductor industry ever since 1960s. Finally, the success has come now because of Prime Minister's very focused work on the semiconductor industry. Today we have 12 plants under different stages, where 3 plants have already started manufacturing the chips, which are now exported to Japan, to Europe, to US. And along with that is coming a complete ecosystem of extremely complex chemicals, very highly, immensely pure, like 9 level pure, I mean, you are all technical guys, you know what 6 sigma is and what 8 sigma is. That level of purity gases are now coming up in our country. Then a whole design ecosystem is developing. And people say the talent shortage in the semiconductor industry is of the order of 1 million talent globally, 1 million talent shortage. So that kind of opportunity can be taken up by our IT industry, because we know what electronics is, we know what IT is, we know how to design and develop totally new solutions. So we as IT industry should take up this opportunity in a very big way. And to support your journey, government has provided the latest and the most advanced semiconductor design tools, EDA tools what we call, Synopsys, Cadence, to 315 universities. 315 universities. And this is where the students are actually using the latest EDA tools designing chips, those chips are manufactured in our semiconductor laboratory in Mohali, and its students are actually able to test the product on a electronics board, the chip that they designed which got manufactured and then deployed on a board. Not more than a few handful of universities in the entire world can claim that their students have this kind of capability. And we have developed a large talent pool because of this thought and this process of having including the universities in the entire semiconductor design ecosystem. That talent pool is now available for the IT industry to use and deploy and further develop the IT industry in the semiconductor design and manufacturing ecosystem. The third point I want to cover is electronics manufacturing. What my senior colleague just mentioned, today electronics manufacturing industry, from lithium ion batteries to cells to capacitors to resistors to PCBs to PCB assembly to camera modules to mobile phones to large industrial electronics, electronics manufacturing industry is now growing at a double-digit CAGR and already crossed 13 lakh crore rupees industry. Last year, electronics exports became the third largest exported category in our country, which we could never even imagine few years ago. So that change has already happened. Last year, mobile phone as HSN code became the single largest exported item out of India. Single largest, the largest exported item. It always used to be petroleum products, gems and jewelry, textiles, engineered goods, pharmaceuticals. One by one, electronics has been overtaking these sectors, and now it has become, as a category, third largest, and as single product, the single largest exported item. And it's rapidly growing. From 13 lakh crore, very soon it will become 20 lakh crore. And now it is employing 25 lakh persons in our entire electronics manufacturing industry. And very rapidly it is moving up the value chain. From initially doing the assembly work, then moving on to module manufacturing. Now we are coming into component manufacturing, and that entire component design, that entire value chain is now coming into India. So this is where a lot of opportunities will come for the people who are associated with technical fields, because a lot of design work, lot of design validation work, lot of during the round table, one of the colleagues asked, how can we support the small industries? This is where many new opportunities will come up. So that is the third point that I wanted to cover. Fourth point I want to cover is, in the third point I just want to mention that the support from Government of India for the state of Telangana for electronics manufacturing has been huge. By now we have 104 electronics manufacturing companies working in state of Telangana. 104. 4 large clusters have been sanctioned by the central government for Telangana, where electronics manufacturing companies are working. We have also sanctioned and provided one, what we call CFC, Common Facility Center. As those of you who are connected with hardware design would know, that if you design a prototype, you need a place where you can test a prototype, design the boards, see how different environmental conditions and different use cases that particular product will be useful. So all those things are today available in Hyderabad, in Telangana. So my request is, those of us in the IT industry who are connected with the design and testing and validation of hardware products will find new opportunities. Go out and look for those new opportunities. I'll come to the fourth point now. Fourth point is about bullet trains. As you are aware, the first bullet train project is right now under construction between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, and the progress is immense. Next year we will start the first section of bullet train in the Mumbai-Ahmedabad section between Surat and Bilimora. Then section by section, immediately after that, we'll go from Vapi to Surat, then we'll go from Vapi to Ahmedabad, then Ahmedabad to Thane, then Ahmedabad to Mumbai. So that is the phase by phase, section by section opening will start from next year onwards. And our country has come up on this learning curve. This is a very difficult, very steep learning curve of manufacturing and designing and constructing a system which will take trains at, which will run trains at 350 kilometers per hour. 350 kilometers per hour, you can imagine the kind of vibrations, the kind of dynamics, the kind of interaction between the wheel and the rail, the kind of interaction between the overhead wire and the pantograph. It's phenomenal. It's very, very, very complex. In fact, when a train moves at 350 kilometers, it is moving like a bullet, and there is a vacuum which gets created around the moving train because it is moving at that kind of velocity. When it is moving at that velocity, the air displacement happens in a very different way, and vacuum gets created around the entire train. So that kind of, those kind of designs have been, now our country has learnt those designs. We have come up that learning curve. So that's why our Prime Minister sanctioned 7 more bullet train corridors. And very happy to share with you that Hyderabad is the biggest beneficiary of Hyderabad and Telangana is the biggest beneficiary of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's policies, because as I said, in electronics manufacturing, a large number of companies have come to Telangana. Similarly, 3 bullet corridors will come to Hyderabad. 3 bullet train corridors will come to Hyderabad. And Prime Minister Modi ji has made Hyderabad as the hub for bullet train projects. From Hyderabad to Pune, Hyderabad to Chennai, Hyderabad to Bengaluru. This will become a one single economic region, because if you want to travel from Hyderabad to Amravati, the new city which is getting developed in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad to Amravati will be just 1 hour and 10 minutes, 70 minutes. Hyderabad to Chennai will be just 3 hours. So you sit in the train with, eat avakai here and go to Chennai, do your work, eat sapadam, sapadam in Chennai, have very good dosa there, come back and have food with your family in the night, same day. So that kind of facility will be available. And Hyderabad to Bengaluru will be just 2 hours and 35 minutes. Just 2 hours and 35 minutes. So it will become practically one city. And Hyderabad to Pune, which is another very big industrial and technical cluster, will be just 2 hours, 120 minutes. 123 minutes to be precise, 123 minutes. It will be that closeness between these large economic centers, and Pune to Mumbai is going to be 48 minutes. Pune to Mumbai will be 48 minutes. So Hyderabad to Mumbai will become 2 hours and 50 minutes. 2 hours and 50 minutes will be Hyderabad to Mumbai. So that kind of connectivity will totally change the landscape of our country, and similar benefits will be seen in North India, where from Delhi to Varanasi, Delhi to Lucknow to Varanasi to Patna to Siliguri, that entire corridor will totally compress the travel times. This will be a great change in our country, and all this will be made in India, designed in India, making our country a proud player in the bullet train ecosystem. there will be people who try to claim credit for this. I'm not taking any names. Why are you laughing? But we know that this kind of vision was possible only and only with one leader, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Nobody in our country ever dared in the 50, 60 years, 70 years to think big, think for developing a country to a Viksit Bharat. All along it was a politics of different level, and now it is politics of performance, now it is politics of development, now it is politics of taking our country to Viksit Bharat, to a developed nation status by 2047. And that is why the entire credit goes to our leadership, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who thought big, who planned big, who executed big, and who is today giving that huge impetus to Hyderabad, to the city, and to the state of Telangana, to the entire South Indian states, where the maximum number of bullet trains are going to come. Hyderabad to Chennai, Hyderabad to Amravati, Hyderabad to Pune, Hyderabad to Bengaluru, Bengaluru to Chennai. This many number of bullet trains will come to the states in South India, and that kind of change will totally transform the economy of our states. I'll come to the last point, the fifth point of my opening remarks, which is about railways. And as my senior colleague Kishan Reddy Garuji was mentioning, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has increased the budget of railway development in Telangana immensely. During the UPA government, the combined states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh used to get 880 crore rupees as the railway budget. Only 880 crore rupees. Combined, I am saying. Today, Telangana alone is getting 5,454 crore. Telangana alone is getting 5,400 crore rupees for development of railways. And the result is for all of us to see. I'll share with you some very relevant projects. This is the Secunderabad station. This is the Secunderabad station being developed in a totally new form, totally new way. And you'll ask me, you are showing the photograph, what is the work? This is the work which is actually happening now. This is the work which is actually happening now. My friends from media, please go and see the work which is there on the ground. The actual work, the building work, construction work is going on very rapidly. And those of you who will ask that when will it be completed? Because my friends outside from the Congress will ask this question. Let me answer them that in the world, when they do a railway redevelopment work, they stop the traffic. Some countries, some examples are there where for 7 years traffic was stopped. We cannot stop the traffic. So we have to do with great care while the traffic is still there. So that's why we are doing with that kind of care. Look at this one. This is the complete air concourse being built over the platforms, right? So while the trains are actually moving on the tracks, in the station, we have to construct this air concourse, which is like a roof like this, over all the platforms. So we have to be extremely careful. We are working very diligently, lot of care, lot of safety, lot of focus on quality. This will be the Hyderabad station, the old city. Sir, you are Nampally station. This is now station which is completed, which will now be inaugurated, Begumpet. Become train. This is already completed now, and will very soon we'll inaugurate it. Honorable Prime Minister will inaugurate it. And this is our own high-tech city. Completed already. Go and see it, have good coffee there. This is Warangal, completed. Warangal. Warangal is completed already. This is Karimnagar. Karimnagar already completed. Already done, completed now. Out of the 1,300 stations that we have taken up in the entire country, 261 stations have already been completed. At a pace which was unprecedented. Why I am saying unprecedented? From 1947 onwards, if you look at our history, after independence, no government ever took the redevelopment, which is complete reconstruction, Nav Nirman, complete reconstruction of the stations which were old. Yes, sometimes paint was done and ribbons were cut, sometimes different small little amenities were added, but our Prime Minister took the challenge of reconstructing, fully transforming, not just one station, two stations, three stations, but 1,300 stations. That is the challenge he has given. So out of that, 261 now already completed, and by the end of this year it will be 400 stations completed, and by end of next year 700 stations would have been completed. Totally transforming the railways. This is Kajipet Junction. Kajipet Junction. And this is Malakpet. Malakpet. Many more stations are there in Telangana. 40 stations are there. I just brought a few. So this is the way railways is getting transformed. Simultaneously, we have seen Vande Bharat. How many of you have travelled by Vande Bharat? When I travelled in Vande Bharat, I tested Vande Bharat on parameters which are comparable to the best in the world. And the best in the world is bullet train. Best in the world are trains in Europe, right? On technical parameters, our Vande Bharat is no way less compared to any train in the world. You put a glass of water in Vande Bharat and it will not shake. And the reason for that is the extreme focus on design. When you see a truck, the truck interacts with the road through a mechanical structure called the chassis, correct? Similarly, in a train, there is a mechanical structure called bogie. In a common parlance, when we say bogie, जो ट्रेन का डिब्बा होता है, we call it bogie, no. But in technical terms, bogie is the underframe. The underframe on which the coach is manufactured. Underframe basically becomes the interaction between the track through the wheel onto the rest of the coach. The motor is mounted on the underframe, gear is mounted on the underframe, the brake is mounted on the underframe. All these major structures are mounted on the underframe, which is called bogie in the railway terminology. Bogie design was so precise that we are today having such a great quality of ride index in the Vande Bharat trains. And Telangana has got 5 services and many more services are now coming. Recently we launched the Vande Bharat sleeper also between Guwahati and Kolkata, and the experience is phenomenal. Some of our friends from the rich world, they just to find out mistakes, they sent their people in the Vande Bharat sleeper, and when those, if you see those, some of those videos made by some European nationals, it's phenomenal. They say that the only problem we found was that the passengers sometimes talk in a very loud voice. That's the only problem they could find out. Or the food given was too much. So, I mean, yes, we have to improve a lot and we have to work very hard to reach that level of developed nation. But the foundations are being built today. The foundations are being built today. In just 12 years, we have constructed 36,000 kilometers of railway tracks. 36,000 kilometers. We have completed the entire dedicated freight corridor. Imagine 2014, 0 kilometers of dedicated freight corridor was completed. 0. Not a single kilometer was constructed. By now we have constructed the entire network, about 2,700 kilometers. Entire railway network, 99.4% we have already electrified. And we have seen during the recent crisis the benefits of electrification that came to our country. We don't require diesel anymore for, that kind of change, that kind of vision, that kind of thought process is possible only when we have a leadership which thinks far, thinks ahead, executes meticulously, values the professionals, and that is the leadership that we have today in our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And that is why sector after sector is getting transformed. I'll stop here and thank you once again for inviting me here. We had a very good roundtable. We'll follow up on all the points that we discussed so that we can make those changes in the industry. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad Andi.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful, inspirational conversation that you had with us early in the morning, as well as sharing the vision and the progress. Sir, again, like Honorable Minister Kishan Reddy Garu has said, thank you very much to Honorable Prime Minister Garu and for yourself to supporting our state and Hyderabad city, sir. But I'll also be very shameless and selfish in saying that our appetite is not yet satiated. We'll look for continued support. I'm sure Ramchandra Rao Garu, Konda Vishwareddy Garu will all agree to that we'll expect and we'll hope that you'll continue to support the city and the state, sir. What we plan to, I know we are running a little behind the schedule, sir, and I know you have a hard stop. So maybe just 2 or 3 questions from the audience, and then we have a few questions from the. We just have very limited time, so if you don't mind, we'll just limit it to that. So, Raghu, sorry, sir, please.
Because we have had such a nice, very
Right.
interaction
Correct.
inside. So,
We open up for the press.
all the points that we discussed,
Right.
maybe you can form some small groups
Sure,
and
definitely.
share those points with the larger group.
Absolutely,
That
absolutely.
might be more efficient.
We'll do that, sir. We'll do that. So in which case, I think that's a valuable session also given the time constraint. If you don't mind, what we'll do is that it's already 12:30, so maybe we can spend about 10 minutes just for the press to interact with both the ministers, and then rest of all of us can break for lunch. Yeah. Thanks very much, and once again, sir, we really appreciate you taking so much time off from your busy schedule to be with us, to listen to us, and to share your vision for us, sir. Thank you very much. We will share. Yeah. So just, I think I'll take only just about 3 or 4 minutes to quickly cover certain things that, the Honorable Minister shared with us in the morning. So obviously the vision where we are in terms of the AI mission, in terms of the technology, in terms of electronics, Minister Garu has already shared with you. Apart from that, during the morning interaction with the few roundtable leadership conversations we had in the morning, I was amazed with the responsiveness, with the proactive and the open-hearted way the Minister Garu said that he'll support us. Specifically 2 hours were wonderful. One, we talked about the talent readiness for the industry. I was amazed with the gracious way in which he said, please create the curriculum that you want. Please understand which university you want to collaborate with. And he said, I don't want you to spend even a single rupee on creating the talent for your requirement. Just tell us what you need and be prepared to give time and effort. We will ensure that the government of India will put in the investment from a rupee point of view, and the talent will be ready to work for you and deliver on day one. That was an amazing sort of response the Minister Garu gave. The other one is when we talked about the point of creating data sets, trusted data sets for various industries to work upon. Again, he was absolutely forthcoming and said, please form smaller subgroups, create a structure, create a framework, and we will ensure through the ministry and with various universities, be it IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, some of the best institutions, he said, you figure out which institute to collaborate with, and they can be the custodians or develop the data sets that are trusted by industry for everybody. So, I mean, I thought since the paucity of time, these were two responses which were really, really heartening and overall extremely open to suggestions and very, very interested to work with us. I think we have a amazing friend of the industry at the federal level, sir, and thank you once again very, very much for your time, sir.
That is like summary from Sarvam. Thank you for taking the name.
Sir, just a couple of things. So we created a topic table in ICIA to talk about the Hyderabad and the IT journey of the last few years. And this is State Hyderabad report that talks about IT industry in Hyderabad. So thank you. Sir, copy for yours also. And you've been a friend of the IT industry, sir, and we look forward to leveraging your friendship going forward. Now the industry colleagues and friends can break for lunch, and the press people can come forward and interact with both ministers, please. 5-10 minutes, sir.